Welcome to JHart Modelworks. In today's tool review, we're going to be taking a look at the Gunprimer Grida panel line scriber and see if it's something we're going to be adding to our arsenal of tools. Welcome to my workbench. Let's get started. This is my Tamiya engraving tool with a 0.2mm tip. You guys know I love this tool. I've been using it for a couple of years now. It's a bit expensive, but it's a great scriber. Its hook-shaped design moves in one direction, and it does a fantastic job on long, mostly straight panel lines, like hood and trunk lines, long panel lines under the rocker panels, most of the stuff we do with car modeling. However, it starts to fall short when you start getting into sharp turns and small, tight areas like gas caps, the tops of some of the door panels, and other small, tight stuff like the door handles on the Dodge Viper. That's where this is going to come into play. This is the Gunprimer Grida. It is a needle-style panel scriber that the Gundam community uses for doing things like adding extra panel detail into large, flat, dull robot body parts. Unlike the unidirectional hook design, the needle design can easily change directions, moving backwards and forwards, suddenly veering to the side, or moving in tight circles. So opening up the package, you get the needle holder, which is pretty much a mechanical pencil, and this small black envelope. Inside the envelope, we have a thank you note, which is pretty much some marketing drivel. We also get some straight line masking guides, which is essentially a sheet of pre-cut masking tape, which is very helpful for making nice, clean, straight lines on flat surfaces. Not really what we're doing here. And we get some instructions for inserting the tip into the holder. In this little pop-up down here is our scribing tip, which seems essentially to be a small diameter metal needle tip. The scribing tip has a sharp pointy end and a rounded, mostly flat end. And to summarize that vague initial instruction diagram, you need to press and hold the button on the top of the holder and feed the scribing tip in rounded end first. It's a little fiddly, but you can eventually push it all the way into the holder. They do not want you feeding it in from the top, as they say the tip could get damaged while feeding it through the holder. Once you have the tip installed, you just click the button on the top several times. It will feed out the scribing tip. When you're done using it, you just press and hold the button and you can push the needle back in, and then the whole tip tucks away for safe storage. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Is this essentially a small needle and a mechanical pencil? Yes, it absolutely is. Could you essentially do the exact same thing with a 0.5mm mechanical pencil and a needle? If you can find the right size needle, absolutely. In fact, I installed this tip into the 0.5mm mechanical pencil that I use for my larger detail painting, and it worked just fine. I want to be completely upfront and honest with you guys. I like buying new tools. I wanted to do a tool review for you guys, and really, I paid just to get everything in a nice package without having to do any research or figure out what size parts I needed. With that out of the way, let's test this thing out. Once you have the tip installed, you just pump the button on the top of the holder until it feeds out just like a mechanical pencil. I want to start out very lightly and just try to run the very tip of the scriber in the panel line for the gas tank. I like to keep at least one finger on the body while I'm scribing to help stabilize my hand and try really hard not to jump out of the line. I'm not trying to get the whole thing at once. I'm going to work in a circle here in sections for a little more control. And once I've got a few passes down and have a well-established groove, I can then move to another section, and then once it's all done, I can then start to add more pressure and build up a deeper scribe. I'm not going to speed this up, and I'm not slicing and dicing the video while I do this to make it look like I'm some kind of expert or this is some super fast and simple process. And it's not because I'm kind of desperate for watch hours, as I'm just 100 or so hours shy of that magical 4,000 hour mark. I'm doing this at normal speed because I want to give a realistic look at what it's like to use the tool and my actual experience with it, my first time with it, without giving any false sense that this is some kind of a magic cure-all for all your scribing woes. It is, however, another very useful weapon in the war on shallow panel lines. If you don't want to sit through the next 4 minutes of this, I get it. Go ahead and jump to about the 9-minute mark to get my final thoughts on the tool. Now, because I did this in sections, it takes quite a bit of work to get through the small little ridge between each section that I worked in, but with a little bit of persistence, we can get it scribed through. I'm going to give it a quick sand just to clean everything up. We will also add a bit of Tamiya panel liner just to check our work. And just like that, with a bit of work and a lot of patience, we have a nice deep panel line and our gas cap isn't going to fill up with paint and clear. I did jump out of the lines a bit, and I have a bit of cleanup to do where I jumped out, but I'm chalking that up to this being my very first time using the tool, and all in all, it really is a nice tool. It's going to take me a bit to get better using it, but I can honestly say there is no way I would have gotten nearly this nice of a job done with the Tamiya engraver. It's not going to replace the Tamiya engraver for everything, but I'm definitely seeing it coming in useful and having a permanent place in the toolbox. In fact, it's already made an appearance on the channel in the Dodge Viper body painting video. That's going to be a wrap for this tool review. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you on the next one. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Also, feel free to leave comments, feedback, critique, or anything else in the comment section below. I enjoy interacting with all my viewers in the comment section and try to reply to all the comments I receive. If you want to catch future videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and make sure you click the bell notification icon so you can be notified when I upload new videos. As always, thank you for watching, keep modeling, and have a great day.